You love the device, it simply amplifies or help, the practice that they're doing. And so, reality, thousands of years ago, people lived long, yes?
Yes.
And it's uncommon to have a disease. There was no cancer before. Cancer is just new. It's the new kid in the block. Right? Diabetes. There was no diabetes before. There was no stroke. People live 200, 300, 400, 500 years old. Come on. Today, oh my gosh, if you pass 60 years old, wow. Past 70, yes. But everybody dies today, if not all, because of disease. And the number one cause of death is stroke. My father just died 3 weeks ago. He died with heart failure, CVD. That's the number one cause of disease, especially in the Philippines. Second cause of disease is cancer. Right? Cancer, if you don't know, check it, Google it. Cancer today increased 300% after COVID.
Wow.
After COVID, there is an increase of cancer 300%. Come on! I just read a while ago that excess death increased 22%.
Wow.
That is high. Many years ago, before COVID, excess death can only go as high as 0.5, 0.8 to 1%. That's the highest. Today, it's 22%. How do you explain that? People are dropping dead today. A lot is going on. All right, now, let's go to Eastern side. The Chinese said blockage is the main cause or the main key of sickness. So if you have a pain, right? If your back is painful, or your shoulders is painful, it's caused by blockage. What is blockage? The flow of blood is low or weak, or the flow of energy is weak. That's why they use acupuncture to stimulate, to bring energy so the blood begins to flow. Just like a hose, If you bend it, water doesn't flow to the other end. That's what happens to your nerves, to your arteries. It's like blocked. And so there's not enough blood, not enough energy. What do you feel? You feel pain. So pain is an introduction to disease. Inflammation is an introduction to disease. So before it becomes a diabetes, before it becomes a cancer, it always starts as pain, as blockage, as inflammation. So never disregard, never ignore pain. Pain is a signal. Hey, something's wrong. You gotta listen to me. Alright? My knees are painful. Oh, yep, because you keep eating a lot of oily foods. Carbohydrates, lots of sugar. Come on, you gotta change that. Right? That's why there's pain. If you don't listen to pain, what happens? It's gonna escalate. It becomes inflammation. It's got drawing all those, water. Swelling. And if you don't pay attention, that's it. You lose your leg. Are you with me?
Yes.
So, there is a secret healing system. Nobody's talking about it. This is what we always say. The power that made the body is the power that heals the body. But the body itself is a doctor. The body is designed to heal itself. And again, if you feed what the body needs, the body will align. The body will heal. But the sad thing is, we don't give what the body needs. We only give what our taste buds want. But your body says, that's not what I want. I don't want so much sugar, it's enough. I'm getting high. No, I love it. Hello. Alright? So don't give what your taste buds need, give what your body needs. And then the body will heal itself. Popper just said that there is a healing force. Everybody say healing force.
Healing force.
So it is an energy. It's a force. It's a frequency within each one of us. And this frequency, this force, is the greatest force that will heal your body. Yes or yes? Albert Einstein said that also, right? And so, if there is a force, there is a frequency. In other words, the body, the human body, is an energy field. You are an energy being. Right? There is energy within you. There is life force within you. If the life force is decreased, you don't have power to create. You don't have power to heal. The more energy, the more power to heal the body. And so, Albert Einstein said, in the future, it's not going to be pills. No, no. In the future, it's not going to be syringe. It's going to be frequency. That's the future. And in fact, we're now seeing that. There's a lot of frequency devices now in the market. But again, it's not mainstream. They silence this. There's a lot. There is a lot. And in fact, it took them a while to accept massage and acupuncture. They were trying to suppress it because it's voodoo, it's new age, it's stuff. You can't help it. But now, well, they accepted it. There's acupuncture now, there's massage now, there's stuff now, there's frequency now, there's crystals now. I mean, people begin to accept because the medical system is not working.
Correct.
People are smart. There has to be a way. Now, let me show you some exhibits. Now, 2003, NASA, the story is, they were looking for ways to keep their astronauts' health up while they're in space. Because while you're in space, your body deteriorates fast. Yes or yes? The atmosphere is different, there's no magnetism, oxygen is less, so the body deteriorates fast. Every time an astronaut goes to space, it comes back 10 years older. Biologically. Alright? Wrinkles, everything, they decrease their life force because they're not in the right environment. So this is what NASA did. Let's look for a technology to keep their body up, increase their energy while they're in space. So they have created what we call PEMF, pulse electromagnetic frequency. It mimics the magnetism of Earth. So while they're in space, they use this, they cloak this, they're like magnetized. It seems they are in the Earth's magnetism. And so it keeps their body healthy. And now they've been doing this since 2003. Astronauts now, they go into space longer. 3 years, 4 years, 2 years, longer. They come back less and less of that disease and problems because of the PEMF. Yes or yes?
Wow.
This is available. And the good news, we have this technology, ladies and gentlemen. It's in our Prime Bio. Do we have our bio here?
Yes.
Yes, we have our bio light. I will show you later. We have the same technology that NASA discovered. We have that in our Iteracare bio. Now, number 2, this is another breakthrough. Listen to this. His name is Dr. Anthony Holland. Now, together with Dr. Bates' resonance frequency, they were able to discover certain frequencies. They call it harmonics. Harmonics means they're able to blend. You know what's harmony, right, in music? You blend different notes and it gives you wonderful sounds. It's called harmony. So they harmonize frequency. They put it layers and layers and layers and layers of frequency. They layer it and they beam the frequency to the cancer cells. Listen, guys. They beam it. The frequency is using frequency. What happens to the cancer cells? Cancer cells begins to die. Begins to shatter. Now, cancer cells, they duplicate fast because they don't need oxygen. They duplicate fast in that state. So what happens with the frequency, the cancer begins to die. They start to, if they try to duplicate, they can't. It's just, and they've seen this. It's like, wow, cancer's dying. Just what? No pills, no chemo, no radiation. It's just frequency. And guess what happens to this guy? They suppressed it. Can you imagine if this is in the mainstream? Oh, cancer's gone, man. Oh, cancer's gone. But again, they suppress it. This is available. Shadow cells, cancer cells, and this could really help humanity. Now, we have all of this available. Now, this is the Iteracare. We're using terahertz. The terahertz frequency is in between the microwave and infrared, which is the electronic and photonic. When you say photons in frequency, it's light wave. This is used photons. Remember light? And electronic is using signals. Data, 5G, 4G, LTE. It's called microwave, or your microwave ovens. All right? Every microwave signals affects your cells. And most of the signals remove electrons from your cells. In other words, it's discharging your cells. It's called ionizing. The terahertz frequency is non-ionizing. So in other words, even if you're exposed to it, all right, it will never remove electrons from your cells. Remember, you have electrons in your cells, photons. You know, they work together, right, in your cells to create energy. What happens is, when you're exposed to electromagnetic frequency, like your microwave, your hair dryers, your cell phones, your Wi-Fi, you're exposed to that in an amount or an extended period of time, your cell's electrons begins to discharge. So less and less electrons, less and less charge in your cells. Not the terahertz. The terahertz is totally different. The terahertz has ranges. So now what makes Iteracare the best in the world is the range. We have what we call sweet spot. Everybody say sweet spot. Now the sweet spot, this is called the gap, is in between 2 to 17 terahertz. If you go lower than that, all right, it's not going to do well. If you go higher than that, it's not going to be healthy for the human beings, for the human body. So you gotta hit the sweet spot. That's what makes Iteracare the best in the world, because we are within the sweet spot. Right now, in 2004, the U.S. government said this terahertz can change the future of humanity. It will be one of the best technology, if not the pioneer technology that will change the future of our world. We're talking about security, aviation. Eventually, military will be using this. Eventually, communication will be different. We'll be having 6G using terahertz. And it's non-ionizing. In other words, you're using your phone, you're not heating your brains because you're using 6G. And that will happen 5, 10 years down the road. Are you still here?
Yes.
That is the power of terahertz. Now, let's look into data. Now, last 2017, 18, 19, 20, a lot of scientists were so intrigued with the terahertz. So they started doing experiments. One of that is under the National Library of Science, U.S. government site. The U.S. government, the scientists here in America started doing their data and testings and laboratory tests. And this is what they found out, sir. That terahertz, look at this, is also used in the treatment, including various cancers. Right? Treatment of angina. This is American scientists, not Filipino. Okay? Now, it said here that in general, this is the conclusion, terahertz therapy of no has been observed to have a positive effect on treatment and blood clotting parameters in patients with angina. Are you getting this? Are you getting this? Science said it, America said it, Russia also said it. In Russia, they have discovered that terahertz can stimulate stem cells. We have sleeping stem cells in our body, particularly our spine. Do you know that?
Yeah.
You have a lot of stem cells in your spine. You don't really need injection. You can awaken the stem cells. So what do? You use terahertz waves. Because terahertz waves is a very fine, very fast wave. That's why it's called tera. Because tera means trillions. It moves in trillions of vibration. And once it hits the cells begins to resonate. What is resonance? There is communication, right? There is reaction when there is resonance. So what happens to the cells? When you start blowing it, the cells begins to react, vibrate, resonate. What happens in the cells? The cells becomes happy. Oh, I love it! Oh my God! I just love it. All right. So when the cells are happy, tissue's happy, and everything's happy, right? So it resonates, it charges the cells in our bodies. All right. Now this is our scientist. His name is Mr. Yang Min-Ju, the first scientist that has invented the first terahertz device in the world. And we are the only company in the world that distributes the authentic, the only one, terahertz device in the world. You might find a lot of this in Lazada, Shopee, Amazon, Alibaba. Don't buy them. They're all replicas, fake. And it's gonna ruin your lives. Because they don't have pedals. Right? So you only get the device from price. Yes, they're cheaper. Of course, fakes are cheaper. You know, you can find a $50, $120 US iPhone 16 Advance. It's in Alibaba. Looks like iPhone, feels like iPhone, but start using it. It's like Android. Oh my God. All right.